Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? We're going to read just 2 Samuel chapter 20, verses 1 through 26 today. And before going, I think I'm going to introduce myself to you. So my name is Sam Kim, and actually, Second Kim. But my American friends call me Sam anyway. Um, well, just I am the lead pastor of Joyful Korean Community Church in Dallas, Texas, and I have started this church 9 years ago, and so far I have many stirred this church, and I'm just playing with my church members for 9 years so far. So anyway, why I think I need to tell you why I am doing this. There's a lady whose name is Hejin in Korean language and then Gina in English maybe. And actually, I have known her for more than 30 years from when she was a college student. Actually, she studied piano. She's a wonderful piano player, and for for more study, she just came up to this country. I'm in the United States, and met a wonderful man and married to him, and she got three children right now. I'm not going to tell her about her anymore. It's kind of very private. Anyway, she suggested me to make just English video for 팡팡 터지는 Bible. So I was kind of so deeply thinking about making a video film. Actually, I'm not a just a mother tongue English speaker. I am the first generation of Korean American, and sometimes still I'm stuck on while I'm saying something in English, and then I can't speak such a good English. So that was kind of very challenging to make this video in English. But finally, I decided to make it in English because I think I could have a chance to develop my English speaking skill. So, well, I have decided to make it in English. So anyway, if you understand my English and then understand sometimes I'm saying the expression that is not familiar with you, but you want to study Bible and you want to study the passages from the Bible, then just to come here and sit. Anybody who wants to come, you can come here and spend around 10 minutes a week. I think that is available. So anyway, I think I'm going to read Second Samuel chapter 20, verses 1 through 26, and then this is dealing with the Seba's rebellion, right? So let's just talk about that. Just let's talk about that. Let's start. So I think we could go right now. So as I told you, the second Samuel chapter 20 is talking about the rebellion of Seba, and actually he was a Benjamite, and he did catch a chance to be a king against King David, right? So anyway, let's say about that a little bit more deeply. Um, what I am going to say is that the situation of the rebellion rebellion of Seba. Um, well, uh, actually, it's just officially, the nation Israel was split in the time of Rehoboam, right? Officially, it happened at that time. However, I think there's a deep root of I mean the separation, right? So, well, from the time of David, Israel was kind of divided into two just groups. I can say that's a group, right? So I mean, the tribes in the northern side, northern Israel was one, and the second was the Judah and also Benjamin, right? So in the time of King Rehoboam, the tribe Judah and Benjamin made just one nation, and that is called Judah, right? The other 10 tribes made northern Israel. So it's a little bit different from the text that we are dealing with right now. Well, after after a long time, later on, the nation was divided into two, and 10 to 2, 10 to 2, right? So 10 tribes consist 10 tribes were gathering for the northern Israel, and then two tribes were gathering to make a southern Judah, right? But rebellion, I'm talking about when I talk about the Seba's rebellion, it's a little bit the situation was a little bit different, right? So can you see the map? And then there's a Judah in a lower side, and then maybe you could understand that. So just just upper side from the Judah there was Ephraim, right? And then between the Ephraim and the Judah there was a Benjamite. It's a Benjamin, right? And the Ephraim and the Judah the tribes, they were kind of very strong tribes in the ancient Israel situation, Israel society. So if a king from Ephraim or Judah, then that means trouble, a big trouble. So the Benjamin, between those two strong tribes, produced a king. He was a Saul. We know him already, right? And later on, the David became a king instead of Saul's son, Jonathan, whatever, whoever. So just as we all know, Saul was from Benjamite, a tribe of Benjamin. So the Benjamites were not pleased with David. So they really didn't like David. So the Seba was from Benjamin, and he didn't like David, and then just he wanted to recover the Saul's kingdom. So that is why he made a rebellion, I think. So anyway, he was son of Bichri, and the Bichri is Hebrew. In Hebrew, we can write Bichri in Hebrew like that. And it means my first fruit or youthful. So anyway, Seba was the son of Bichri, and then in Korean Bible, Seba was expressed like just a bully and gangster or something like that. But just in Hebrew, it has different meaning. As we all know, the Hebrew Bible called him Belial. That means worthless people, worthless fellow. So that is why NASB translated that Hebrew word like a worthless fellow, right? So we shouldn't think of him like a gangster or a bully. If he is like that, then not many people followed him. Well, I think he's just from a side God. So he doesn't follow the will of God, and he didn't live a life that God wanted to live. So anyway, I think he is worthless fellow. He was a worthless fellow. That means that he didn't like life. He didn't live a life that not following the will of God. That's what I think. Do you understand that? Wow. Yeah. Sometimes still I'm stuck. this is trouble anyway. So this is the just Second Samuel chapter 20 deals with for the first time. And the second episode is a death of Amasa, right? Amasa was former military chief of Absalom, and after the rebellion was failed, King David, Amasa, make him a military chief, another military chief. Actually, there has been a military chief, and then his name was Joab. So Joab was kind of he didn't like that. But anyway, David had a big scale, and then just he put Amasa to be a military chief. So anyway, David sent Amasa to solve the rebellion of Seba, but Joab killed Amasa. So it was really not good. So why don't we see verse 9, and we are all shocked. And Joab just, how can I say that? He handed on he just Amasa's beard, and then just put his knife into his belly. So anyway, he killed Amasa. The chapter 20 didn't tell us that the meaning of Amasa's death, but some people say that because Joab didn't like the Amasa to be a military chief, so he eliminated the rival. That's what he said. So anyway, why don't we? I think we could. Okay. Just press it. Let's press it. This is Joab, right? And we can see the First King, chapter 2, verse 32. We need to read that. So you just sit around there, and then that Bible passage, First King. It's almost time to restart. The chapter, First King, chapter 2, verse 32, right? So read it, and then just talk about the meaning of that Bible passage. Anyway, finally, Seba was failed, and this map is all Korean language, right? So anyway, Seba was killed in Bet Makkah. So can you see that the upper side of the map, and there is a Bet Makkah anyway. So many people in there, they betrayed Seba, and then just they killed Seba, and they delivered it to Joab's military, and then a rebellion was done. So this is what the Second Samuel chapter 20 tells us. So I think we need to think two lessons. We need to get two lessons from the this Bible chapter, this biblical chapter. First one is that just let us think about our values, right? What is your value? Seba was a really smart guy, and he was fascinating man, and he had a charisma. So he was like just the same kind of Absalom, but the author of Samuel said, "Oh, he's really bad. He's kind of worthless fellow." How could it be possible? So, because in the eyes of this world, he would be very smart and very fascinating, but in God's eye, he was not. So we need to leave. We need to leave having a values of God, right? That's what I want to say. And the second one is that we need to live a good life. Good life means it's a very how can I say 착하게 in Korea. So Seba betrayed King David, and then he raised a rebellion against him, but his followers betrayed him and then killed Seba, right? Joab killed Abner and Amasa, but he was killed later on. So, uh, they so betrayal begets betrayal. So it's not good. That is really not good. So we need to live in God's will and then live a good life, right? Okay, up here today. So I really appreciate that you are here with me, in spite of my terrible English anyway. So see you. See ya next week, right? I'm gonna make it this video in English again, and it'll be a little bit better. That's what I hope. Thank you very much.